Crafts. My name is Davina and I live in the southeast coast of the UK. Today is, I can't believe I'm saying this, it's Monday the 2nd of June 2025 and this is episode number 217. Anywhere you can find me is down in the description box, and anyone that I mentioned today is also going to be down in the description box. Okay then, right, what a packed week. Wow, that's all I'm going to say. It's been a fun week and it's been a packed week. I've partially finished a project, completed a whole thing, cast on something new, two things, something new for two different crafts. Oh my gosh. All I can say is I understand now why the floss tubers have so many projects, because I did actually start a cast on a new one and I could see the excitement actually. Keeps you going, doesn't it? So, oh, and I've left my other one downstairs. Oh, I'll have to put a photograph up. That's what I'll do. I'll put a photograph up. That's fine. So I've left my other cross stitch downstairs on the stand. Silly me. Silly me. Right, let's push this over because I've got a bit of an issue. So something's gone in the naughty corner. Can't believe this. Can't believe it. Right, so what do I start off with first? Because we'll start off with the knitting. That's what we'll do. We'll start off with the knitting. As you know, I've been making the Helical socks. That is the tutorial by Earth Tones Girl here on YouTube, and oh my gosh, they are just so much fun. I have, let me get my, hang on. Oh, that's right, I'll take this off. Right, okay. There we go, that looks better. Right then, so I have got one sock completed, absolutely completed, and the second sock, and I have transferred it from the magic loop over to back to my miniature circulars because I just found it easy with my little brain. And I'm on the foot of the second one. I am having so much fun with these. I don't know if I've got the label of that yarn. I remember buying it last year. Oh, hang on, what's that? I have! Right then, so that's handy, isn't it? So this yarn here with the neon-y bits is from Summerset yarns, and it's called Psychedelic Denim. It's a 75-25 sock yarn, basically. 425 meters. So yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. I did actually go back to my old way and put the wedge toe on. I haven't done that for ages. I did the shadow wrap heel because I think with this kind of thing it just seems to look better in my opinion. But say that's my opinion. But yeah, honestly, it is just so much fun to do. It really is. You know, and even if you've just like had a couple of pairs of socks under your belt and you know your way around the sock, basically knitting, you can do this. Her tutorial is amazing. So I'm hoping I will have those finished by next week to show you. So that's all the knitting I have done. Right, so now we are going to go into the crochet, and I'll leave the cross stitch till last. So, as you know, I have been making those squares from Laurie Holt's tutorial, and I've put the written down because I write everything down and I put it in my folder, and it's like a flower inside a granny square. And I brought some yarn, didn't I, from their cotton. I think their sale is finished now. I think it finished yesterday. Not yesterday. What am I saying? Last week. So it's, yeah. I used the Woolwarehouse Yarn Smith cotton. I tell you what, it's beautiful stuff to work with. So anyway, I was plodding along with it all, and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to stop now because she's got another, what's it called? The Granny Circle, another tutorial. So I wrote all that down, and I will say I am so glad I stopped with this project when I did, because now I've started the Granny Circles, I prefer the method of that one than I do of this one. So, but I'm happy, I'm extremely, ever so happy with the way this turned out. So we have a panel all put together, And I'm now going to back this with a piece of fabric and make it into a cushion cover to go on my rocking chair downstairs, my wooden rocking chair. It looks so pretty down there. I've laid it on top of the cushion that's on there. So I'm just going to make a, as I say, just put a square back on it. I think that will be fine. But oh my gosh, it was fun to make. It really, really was fun to make. Okay then, so that was her, say, her flower granny. That was her latest, I think, her latest tutorial on YouTube. Then, let's get my little bits. I tried another one of hers, as I said, which is the granny circle. So I've written it all out on one of those papers that I told you about. Her notes at the end of her sewing tutorials, as I've said, on a if you download all the info, at the last page is a notes, so I use them for my crochet. So yeah, I'm really chuffed for that. Anyway, so I was playing around, and oh, I love these so much. I've only got 2 done, but I've got all those centers so I can put the so, and this one you're more, you can play more with the colors, which is what I love. So then you put them together like that, you sew them together like that, and then either make a big blanket or a table runner or a doily or anything. Where with this one, because of the way it looks like the flowers, and then like I've sent with the flower yellow and so on, and all the different greens, where this, oh my gosh, you can just play. And that's what I love. But oh, I can't put this down. I really can't. I'm really, really enjoying this. So this is like my major crochet project at the moment. Now, as I said, I have a naughty corner. I've never had one before, but I've got one now. And as you know, I have been making the Summer's Dawn blankets. And I did it all in, I matched the colours in Yarnsmith, obviously because, you know, the West Yorkshire spinners is quite expensive. And I've been plodding along with it, and I've been picking it up. And do you know what? I was really, really enjoying it. But now I've come to a bit of a halt, because I've laid it out, and I said to Glenn, you know, I really love it. And Glenn said, the colours are beautiful. But now, the issue I have, when she says in the pattern to do this, and I did it as well, I know, is that you sew every bit together with the right colour yarn. So I did orange, broke off, white, broke off, I know I'm mad, blue, and so on, right? And then you end up with pieces like this. Yep, okay, which I really love. As I said, you know, they're so nice and bright and colourful. And actually that's that way. That one I showed you the wrong way. There you go, that's that way. So that's that one. Is that a repeat? No, there's this one, this one, this one, there we go. And that one. See, they're all pretty and bright and absolutely beautiful. So I laid it all out, and I thought, well, I'll do, because she's got a thin border, and I thought, well, I'll do a thicker border on it. You know, I was all prepared. I've got a bit of yarn left over, which I can do that with. Then, when you actually lay it out, so if you laid this out, and then this one, say, next to it, well, the colour, the white matches. Oh, so that was a bad example, wasn't it? There we go. The white matches on all of them, but none of these other colours do, okay? So I've tried putting it together with the white, it shows. I've tried putting it together with the darker colour, it shows on the lighter colour. And it's just, it just doesn't look nice and tidy. It really, really doesn't. So I'm really stuck. So you can't use, because the colours are not the same next to each other, you know, it's like that, for instance. But you've got the dark blue and the orange, and you know, it just shows in on either or. So anyway, it's in the naughty corner at the moment, which is a bit annoying really, because I don't do that. And yeah, until I come up with an idea really on what to do. Because what I was going to do is I was going to make it into, have that as just like a centre panel, and then I was going to do all multicoloured grannies all around the outside as a big border, and I had it all planned. But I was just getting it together where the colours don't show on each other and make it look really messy, and I don't like that at all. I really don't. So anyway, any suggestions, please? It would be lovely. But I just don't know what to do. I suppose, wonder if I think like quilting, because obviously quilting you use grey thread on the machine because grey blends, blah blah blah. Wonder if I've got like a mid-grey yarn in my stash, and I try sewing it together with that. I might do that. I might have a go. I'll see. But as I say, I've just put it in the corner now. I really have. Oh dear me. Right then, okay, so this is where I'm gonna have to put a picture because I've left the thing downstairs. So now we're over to the cross stitch, and on this week I finished that panel on the Flea Market Flowers by Laurie Holt, and oh my gosh, I'm loving this. So I've just got that final section to do and it's finished. Oh my gosh, I am just loving every minute of it. I am actually using all called for, which is all DMC on the pattern. I'll see if I can actually put a photograph up of the pattern as well so you can see. And oh, it has just been so much fun to stitch. It really has. I just love it. And yeah, so hopefully I'll be plodding along. But as I said earlier on, I have kind of cast on another one. I kind of started this one, but I thought, you know, why not? So I've only done a couple of stitches in it. As you know, I brought some, and I was gifted from a lovely friend all the way over in America, some stitch cards. So I've got a little collection now. And I'm just doing a random on pieces of Ada that I've got in stash that I've picked up in charity shops or been gifted or whatever. And then I'm going to make them into little cushions. And then, hold on a second, let me see if I can get it. Oh, here it is. Oh, and then, because I'm not using it no more, I've got this. It's a mug rack, a mug tree basically, and I'm going to hang all the little cushions on there, and that will be on display up here in my workroom. I just think that was just going to be really smart. So, as I said, I have started the sewing machine, and so I've only done a little bit. So, isn't really worth showing you, but yeah. So I've started the border there, and every one of these, I'm so excited, I'm using my home bargain threads that my lovely friend Mishka, hello baby, gifted me for Christmas. Honestly, they're just so much fun. These threads are absolutely a pleasure to work with. They really are. So I've matched up. And with what I could, you know, with look at the picture, I just match up the threads. That's all I do. And yeah, I'm just so enjoying this. I really am. So I'm thinking on this piece of Ada I've got here, I reckon I should be able to fit about 4 or 6 on here. Saying I'll just go into the stash because they're only little cushions. I'm thinking this is a 16 count. Oh, she doesn't tell you. On a 14 count, it's 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So I'm thinking, oh, hang on, I can tell you actually. Because I've done one side, haven't I? Yay! So I've done, what's 1 7/8. So this is a 16 count, it's not a 14 count. So, because I buy them in charity shops. But this one is actually called Oatmeal. I love this Ada. It's not plain. It's not over patterned. It's just right, especially for little things like this. So, yeah, this is definitely a 16 count. Then that was a way of working it out, wasn't it? I'm on a roll. But, yeah, oh, I'm just loving it. I had to put it down yesterday to have tea. Eating, you know what I mean? I want to be crossstitch. Also, when I was actually trying to go through my, what was it, my Ada drawer, and I found this. Now, I must have stitched it somewhere, so I'm going to be making this into something, because this would be ideal to make into a little cushion for my autumn display. These are the Laurie Holt Granny Square cross stitch pattern. Now this actually is a free download, okay? So if you go over to a blog, I think it is, or I think it's actually on Fat Quarter Shop as well, and it's actually like the Granny Square, and I for some reason put them on black, and they're really autumnal colours, and by the looks of it, I used overdyed. Wow, because that's why they're all blendy and mottled and that. So yeah, so I found this in there, so I'm going to make that into a little cushion or something, so it can go with all my like Halloweeny cushions for the dresser display. So I just thought, I was so chuffed I found that. It really was. Right then, okay, now, oh my gosh. Last week I was brave. I'd collected everything for my sewing box, jewellery box stroke sewing box, and as you know, I brought the jewellery box from the charity shop. I've still got the label on it so it can remind me, for £4. Now I can take that label off, actually, it's been on there long enough. For £4. And I collected bits that I had to buy, and also bits that I had in the workroom and around the home. And I did 2 cross stitches, didn't I, from the stitch cards, which I will be doing them again for my little cushions. And oh my gosh, I'm so happy with it. I really am. So let me show you. Oh, that is the top. And I glued these, if you remember these, the little bells, and they I don't know what that was. Oh, hang on, back in a minute. Oh, postman, he's early. Anyway, right, let's get back to my box. Right, so this was the bells I brought from the Ali Pally last year from, oh, what's her name? I always forget her. Ah, can't remember. Anyway, right, so I brought these 2, and I thought, well, you know, I've got to use them really. So there's the cross stitch, and as I say, all of that is Home Bargains threads. There's the pom-poms, it's the fabrics. So now, Trudy Anne Designs, that's it. I remember now. Right then. My little scissors keep falling off, and I don't know why. Okay, let's pop them, see if I can pop the hangy doofers back. Ugh, a bit more. Right then, okay, so the inside. I'm so chuffed with the inside. So, let's do the top first. So I got these little 40mm ring hoops. They were fun to put together, I tell you. And I cross-stitched little pumpkin and a little acorn. This little wooden cut-out threads here I got from a quilt show years ago. And I added little buttons on that one. They're glued on, they are. That's my little needle minder. That's a button, but I just cut off the shanks. These are thread spools and button and thimbles that that were buttons, and then the inside. I'm just so chuffed. Now I did have the other one of these here, but I didn't like it, so I took it out in the end. I have glued the other one of them, and I've put trim, pom-pom and rick-rack around the outside. And then my little pin cushion sits in there inside the box when I'm not using it. I am just so chuffed, and I mean it, with the way this has turned out, considering I picked the little box up from the charity shop, you know what I mean, and they are fun. I can understand why people really enjoy making them. I really do. But yeah, honestly, oh, I just love this little box so much. It sits over there on my little shelves. Oh, just brilliant, isn't it? Yeah, I just love it, absolutely love it. And so, and you know this, where is it? Let's see if I can. This pumpkin fabric. Well, I got the dark colour, and I got it with a white cream background, and I've got loads left, so I am going to definitely be making more stuff with that. But honestly fun. Oh, glue. I messaged Mishka and I said, I ain't a gluer, am I? I do sewing and all this, that and the other, but I'm not a gluer, and I'm not a paper crafter or nothing, so I'm not used to using this glue, lark. And I said to her, I said, wow. I said, there was stuff everywhere. Oh my gosh, there was glue all on my fingers. And oh dear me, it was fun though. It was fun. I did enjoy doing it. So yeah, if any of you are thinking about doing it, honestly, it is really good fun. But I would advise, obviously, you know, get your box and then collect everything in for the theme, you know, because obviously there's some that do sewing themes, Halloween, winter, Christmas, you know what I mean? You can theme them, and that's what's so much fun. And honestly, I love it. But what would be a good idea as well is, I don't know, perhaps if I take it down on the dresser display and put it down there, you know, on the display. But I don't know, I just love it, I really do. As I say, it was just so much fun to make. It really was. The glues I used was good old Arlene's tacky. Honestly, this is a diamond of a glue. It is absolutely brilliant. I love it. I did also try for the first time this E6000. Now, it was all right, but I ended up going back to me Arlene's. Honestly, it is just well worth every penny, this glue. It really is. So, but yeah, that's my little box. So, okay then. So that is all the crafting. So I ain't done too bad this week, have I? Quite a lot, actually. Oh my gosh. So last week, it was the end of last week, and the weekend was hot. Oh my gosh. Hot. You know I don't do heat at all. And yeah, it was warm. So yeah, but you know, you can't turn off the temperature outside, can you? Unfortunately, it don't work like that, does it? Oh dear. Okay, all right then. Okay then, so I am gonna disappear. I am gonna love you and leave you all, and I'll be back on Wednesday with what have you been up to Wednesday. I haven't decided yet time wise, because I haven't got a lot of it at the moment, as you know, how I am going to do it. I might just do it another one with pictures and music, because I tell you what, that was so much easier for me to do. It really was. And yeah, so and I know that a few of you said that you did actually prefer it that way. So yeah, now I'm a bit undecisive what to do. I don't know. But anyway, oh dear, anyway, I am gonna there will be a video, but I haven't decided yet how I'm gonna do it. Okay then, right, so as I said, I'll be back on Wednesday, and then back on Monday for my normal video upload with all my crafting. Okay then, right, so please take care, stay safe, as always my lovelies. Happy crafting. Bye.